I text you back every time on time. Touch. I need to touch your arm. Making eye contact from the across the room. A lot. Smiling. Lots and lots of smiling. Like for no reason. Why are we sitting so far away across the room? How can you touch my arm if you're sitting so far away from me? Is this why we are texting? So confused how to date now. She is texting you because you could not hear her across the room. She has really ducking long arms. She isn't sitting with you because she doesn't like you. Hope that clears things up a bit. When a girl invites you over for a movie, sits real close, wants to play with your hair, and tells you that she's thinking about getting her vag waxed, she probably isn't to you. Took me about 2.5 years to figure that one out. Edit. Same girl said that her sister told her tall guys have huge dongs. What she meant equals. You want some duck, what I interpreted equals. Thanks for the interesting fact. I'll fire that in things that lower my self-esteem. I'll tell you this. If she's wearing yoga pants and starts doing yoga stretches that shows off her ass during the movie, it's because she wants to duck. It isn't sporadic. I'm a moron. If she has an honest laugh at one of your jokes. If she touches your hand arm for no discernible reason. If she says duck me daddy. The duck me daddy is the one that confuses me the most. I found out he got that rare game bundle on Xbox. I told to him that Banjo and Kazooie was one of my favorite childhood games. My N64 cartridge was also corrupted, so I couldn't play it anymore. So I kept asking to come over after work and apologize a lot for wanting to hang out and play it with him. I'd sit right beside him, almost very cuddly. He wasn't really taking the hint. I think it was because we had been friends since grade 8, so he didn't really think much of it, but he thought it was weird that I kept asking and then apologizing to hang out so much. One day I asked him if he wanted to go to the amusement park with me because I got free tickets. He said sure and thought nothing of it. Later that night I complained that I'm uncomfortable with my sitting position. To which he replies with then find something comfortable I guess. I said okay and landed my head on his shoulder. That's when everything clicks in his head. Are you doing something that sucks and she's still here? Like you took her on a date that bombed. Like the theater was closed so you had to drive across town to another theater and then had to wait an hour for the movie you planned to see. So you missed the open times for the restaurant you planned and had to get weird 24-hour diner food, and she is still here with you smiling and looking at you happily and talking. That means she's interested. I had a girl recently spell it out to me that she liked me. I had no idea. I had seen her looking at me at work a few times, but I thought it was just because I'm funny looking. Nah, she said she finds me attractive. Who knew? If a girl says she wants to come over to do some laundry because her washer and dryer are both broken, and then comes over and forgets to bring her laundry basket, it's because she's just forgetful. Definitely show her your guinea pig and try to do some calculus with her, so at least something productive can get done. There is literally no way to know. Even if a girl says she likes you, don't believe her because this could be a trick. Play it cool and just stick with Dota 2. Thanks man, I owe you my life. The woman I married, bit later divorced, asked me out by saying I think you're smart and funny and attractive and stuff, and I want to duck you and be your girlfriend and stuff. We were stoners at the time. I would never have guessed otherwise. I kind of hate that I do this, but if I'm teasing you or purposely bickering with you about something silly, I like you. I have a dark and sarcastic sense of humor there, and sadly I think I've accidentally made people feel bad for real. For me
Sunlight to yellow.
when I'm interested in a guy, I'll make excuses to touch him. I'll start with casual touches on his hand or arm, or if I'm standing next to him maybe I'll let my boobs brush against him. I'll stand closer than necessary, or lean toward him if we're seated. I'll make eye contact, then look down, and repeat. If we plan to meet, there will be cleavage on display. Recently I came up with a new strategy after reading many threads about guys missing obvious signs. It's very simple. I haven't fully tested it yet, but essentially, I say, you're really cute. Want to make out? I'm considering adding. I'm interested in you sexually. I'm serious and not just being polite. Basically when she starts doing all the things she says is creepy when guys
Vivi a
do
Roma,
them
tu che laghi così tanto.
When you're 15
Sì,
and you tell your
mi lagga
really cute neighbor that you're bored and
la
she
cosa
suggests you could try playing spin the
è
bottle. Do
anormale.
not reply with, Nat, that takes more than 2 people. I was in my ducking 20s before what she meant finally clicked for me. I had a huge collection of hats and this girl would take them so that I would have to come back.
Già.
She said she would
Perché
trade
dovete
me
venire?
for
Non
a
ho
kiss.
bisogno.
I just went home
Avete
and
rotto i miei
got
piani.
another hat. She eventually got her kiss and
E
I got my
vabbè.
hats. We get married in a couple weeks. Still no word on the hats. The hookers in
Visto?
Nuremberg. Germany would always steal the
No,
hats.
a me non mi importa
Too
il game,
close
io
to
voglio
their
arrivare a
window.
livello 6 più velocemente possibile,
Should I
che
marry a
non posso fare adesso.
I'm a woman and
E io
I'm not
no.
going to speak on behalf of all women. But
Sì,
these
ma
are
quello è
true
l'unico
for me.
motivo della mia
If I
esistenza.
smile, laugh around you a lot. Just naturally, I have an easy laugh. But if I really laugh at a lot of what you say, I like you a lot. I think for me it's true in how much I smile around someone. And if my laugh sounds a bit breathy, when I genuinely laugh, I definitely sound like I'm a bit out of breath. I need this one. I need someone whose sense of humor goes well with mine. If we can't joke with each other or laugh at the same kinds of things,
Porca puttana, ma quanto è che
I may not be good at eye contact. Once we've spoken and stuff, I will hold eye contact. I've had times where I held eye contact with someone before I knew them. But that can be hard for me sometimes before I've gotten to talking to someone. Just shyness maybe. If I lick my lips, bite my lips or play with my lips at all. Texting once, my response rate varies. But if I'm sending you a...
No, why are you stealing my jungle?
To continue talking. If it's just cool, good luck or something, I'm not into it. But I wouldn't put too much weight into response rate for me at least. If I feel comfortable touching you, or you touching me, if I hold your arm or something, that means I wanna see you naked. LOL plus 100 points
sai la
for me touching your thigh or knee area. That is 100% I wanna get with you.
Riesco a capire più o meno
Silas,
ma il resto.
When I feel it, I'll be really
Qualcuno botta con me, cioè li posso tenere a bada cazzo lì.
extra sexy around you. It's probably because I like you. I'm comfortable in sweats, too. So putting that dress on equals I like you, etc. Once went on a nice 2 or 3 mile run with a girl. She dropped me off at my house and we agreed to meet up at her house when I got done with my shower. Told me her back door would be unlocked and I could come in. After my shower I drove up, went through her back door and into her room and chilled on her bed to dick around on my phone. After like 20 minutes she comes out in a towel and says, "Some reason I kept thinking you were going to come get in the shower with me. My door was unlocked." I just looked at her and said, "No." Then she looked down at herself in a towel, picked up some clothes out of her closet and walked out angrily. I had the biggest crush on that girl for like 3 years prior and blew my chance. Go to love high school. TLDR she was moist and the back door was open. I said no. LOL I don't understand the question. I always get it when a girl likes me. 2 years later.
Get over here.
The only signs guys are willing to take a chance
Scappa, che sta da sola.
I like you, and even then, some of the guys are still. She must have confused me with my friend. Man, I wish I was my friend. He is gonna be so stoked when she tells me. She showed up at a talk I was helping with for incoming first-year students at our university. We're dating now and she asked when I first knew she was hitting on me. That's also when she found out I am not a smart man.
Ragazzi,
This one chick walked up to me in class, with no prior social engagement between us, and handed me a piece of paper with her number on it. She then said, "You seem to miss a lot of classes, so here's my number in case you need to get caught up." Is she into me? IDK really. Could just be a nice gesture and wanting to make sure I didn't fail the class. Next thing I know I invited her over to my place. She wore a nice black dress with a white belt. I then proceeded to look on the internet for various computer products. She sat and laid on my bed for like an hour. Some would say her patience in not leaving me for that time was a sign of interest. I can't really say. I was shocked on my looking at her. She was red, I think, for some time too. could be she was just really into an
Cioè, non posso stare a morire a ripetizioni per i cazzi di
years to today. We share a bed, room, a German Shepherd, and all sorts of things. Is she into me? At this point I'm kinda leaning towards a yes in this question. I mean, I just told my now boyfriend that I wanted to hang out with him and touched him a lot and told him that he looked nice. At age 21, when I first met my current boyfriend, I couldn't figure out how to flirt. So I asked a group of friends if anyone needed a ride to Kmart and then begged everyone besides him to bail.
Beh, se hai bisogno di aiuto, io lo
alone to get groceries and then we got fries afterwards. I pretended to be really interested in Jones soda. Then I told him I like Thunderfits a lot, which I do.
Allora,
numerous stunning displays like these. My friend told him I liked him and he said he had no idea. We have been together for 9 years now.
Ah, vai
If I make eye contact and bring
che gli lasciamo la porta. Dai. La giochiamo, non per regalarti la
if they invite you to an event involving a lot of friends. That's a good sign as well. It means they trust you and maybe even want to show you off in a way.
Due voltare sei ben attento, eh. Vai ora.
Mi sta attaccando Varus.
Girls of Reddit, what do you do to show a guy you like him? I ask him if he wants to go on a date with me. This is generally the quickest method of cutting through the full lead. He on him to mark my territory. Lenny face. Pinch him and run away giggling. Gross, could tease. Bend over and show him my bleep home. Dream girl. 1. I have sex with a guy.
Io non riesco più a lì.
Infatti non dovresti andare.
Che mi ha invitato a fare giocare?
Dai, non dovresti andare contro di loro, tipo pinga di sì, ma vieni invitato.
A girl touched my elbow with her boob once. Holy crap. You're getting action left and right. I don't want to brag or anything but.
Te l'ho detto, io non sto a giocare per regalargliela.
100% of the time. It works every time.
Non mi sembra che non gliela stai regalando adesso.
Io sto ponendo più resistenza possibile, però se mi serviva uno con me.
Adesso la difendo.
As a man, can I say that unless you literally
Ancora
put your
Leona.
tongue in my mouth, I am going to.
No, Leona è qua.
You are just
No,
an
flashato
overly
dietro
friendly
Leona.
person and that any flirting is just you being nice. With the climate around sexual harassment and sexist accusations being so high, it is a thin line and often too much of a worry for me to read the signals wrong and assume you are into me as opposed to being just friendly and comfortable around me. Best to play cautious and not end up on a list. Girl put her tongue in my mouth. Asked her what we were, she said friends. Feels bad, man. When I first met my now husband, he mentioned wanting to go snowboarding together. I said sure, sounds fun. Let's make a weekend of it. We spent all day together, and planned to camp in his car. I was laying right next to him waiting for him to make head. Nothing happens. Minutes of awkward silence goes by and I say I brought condoms. If you want to have
Serviva una scienza, mi serviva uno con me da subito e la portavamo già da prima a casa.
Non me la voglio portare a casa.
Vabbè, te no, però come ti ho detto, neanche io voglio regalare.
Voglio soltanto shieldare.
Come ti pare, però scelta per portare un po' di qualcosa anche all'arco.
I'll put my hand on his arm. When we say goodbye, I'll hug him longer than a usual hug. If we're alone and we're walking together after having a good time,
vabbè, qua colpa.
If he doesn't get the hint after that, I assume he's not interested. He may just think that you think he's gay and he is your gay friend. I sit on their face. Powerful technique. I'm a guy and I live here to find out how to know when a girl likes you.
Quasi.
I'm one of those sarcastic girls that is straight up savage with a guy
Ah,
I like, but only in
vogliamo fare a gara?
Ulta!
sarcasm, pretending to hate each other, sharing mean-spirited gifts, making inside jokes that inevitably cross over into sexual innuendos. It weirdly builds sexual tension. I guess I never evolved past the push you down on the playground to show you I like you phase. I rejected my friend of over 10 years because I wasn't sure he was making fun of me or not. Then a year later I kissed him on the cheek as a thank you for listening to my complaining about work. A year after that I married him and everything works out for the best in the end. Excuse me while me and the brothers take a knee for a brother that climbed out of the friend zone. We need to find this guy and learn
What?
his ways.
Sono morto da
I
cosa?
kissed
Dalla
him while
morte?
we were sitting on the beach in the middle of the night.
Adesso è
Take off
tutto.
my pants. I asked him out on a date. And on that date, I kissed him or had sex. That's how it is when you're over 35. Pretty straightforward. I have a friend who is so blunt she straight up
Direi che dovremmo farli spostare da destra a sinistra.
An ally has been slain. Enemy has been slain. Double kill. You have slain an enemy. Kill.
Ci sta ultando.
Ally has been slain.
Ah, ti devo ultare. Vabbè. Non ci ho pensato.
Fa niente.
Ehi! È
Che c'è?
arrivato il momento esatto in cui è partito il fight.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Cosa stai combattendo? Perché sento le tue spell? Ah. La battaglia. Ti shieldo. Ti shieldo, va. Vai, attacca. Worth. 2 per 1, worth. Worth. Ma non sei neanche riuscito a ultare. Ah, comunque se stai parlando non sento niente perché non lo so.
Stavo cercando perché c'è un qua.
No, non sento niente. Ma sono ancora lì. Vai. Buttati, buttati. Sono anch'io con la mia ulti. Oh, ok, ti hanno shottato, non me l'aspettavo veramente. Ok, pensavo che ti mandavano un poca vita e poi ti aiutavo, invece ti hanno completamente one shottato di nuovo. Guarda one shot.
Ma è una cosa che era inevitabile, visto che sono stato lasciato a 2 punti.
Ok, adesso fatto.
has destroyed a
Oh yes. Like this. Oh no. Ho scelto una qualsiasi cosa questo game. Stanno pushando mid.
Sì. Ma per quale cavolo di motivo hai preso un Might?
Per gianglare. Con la jungle prendi livello 6, 2 livelli prima degli altri. Il problema è che questo game me l'avete stilato, quindi non sono riuscito a aiutarvi subito al minuto 9. E ho preso il livello 6 all'11, che era un po' troppo tardi per aiutare. È stato... cioè, veramente you fucked yourself. Oh, ma io Lee Sin ti ha fuckato. Perché mi ha rubato lui laggiù. Perso un po' di vita.
rampage. Your team has destroyed a turret. Your team has destroyed a turret. Double kill.
Ma perché?
Tanto ce l'ho di nuovo tra qualche secondo.
Fascia down. Passato da 100 HP, cioè 100 HP. Full vita a 0. Non credo ti convenga muoverti oppure fare qualsiasi altro sinonimo di fightare. Vabbè, lui va.
Abbiamo il Baron tra 5 secondi. Andiamo.
Ma Dio santo, l'ho shottato l'invito. I want the jungle first, you go. You can do it too. Vabbè. L'avete shottato, mi ha anche fatto interpare il collare e tornare col cannone. Dov'è?
Press on.
E vabbè, guardalo. Ehi, avete finito un po' troppo presto, era appena finito la build, cominciava in 4000 HP extra.
the guy asked if he likes her. He does. And then tell him she'd like to be in a relationship.
Livello in più.
Sounds perfect. She should teach. Let me just say
Livello
that as I was
superiore.
writing out my answer to this question, I realized that most of the
Preso
things
S.
I
Spagna
do
ha preso S,
towards
io ho preso
someone I'm interested in, I also do towards for my friends.
vabbè, i
So
danni.
yeah, I can see where there would be an issue.
Hai fatto pochissimi danni questo
I tell
game.
him I'm into him.
Eh?
Hai fatti... Ah no, non hai fatto la zona, ecco perché non riuscivi a sopravvivere.